You know, I've got over 19,000 subscribers on this channel. Here's the thing though, guys. Let's say if you're like me and you take a few years off trading or investing in meme coins or crypto, or even a few months, or let's say even a week or two, you can get really left behind in the crypto markets because there's so many different ecosystems. That's the thing that can be very confusing is there's so many different ecosystems. Should we be buying Ethereum? Should we be buying Binance? Should we be buying Bitcoin? Should we be buying Solana? Should we be buying XRP? There's so many different ecosystems. There's so many different DEXs. There's so many different exchanges. Which exchange should I buy my coin on? How am I going to multiply my value? How am I going to 1000x? How am I going to 10,000x, 1,000x, multiply my money? That's the end goal, right? And I've come to the conclusion the only way that we're going to multiply our value and make money is if we are buying land, guys. Yes, land. Now, here's the thing about buying land. There are multiple different ecosystems that you can buy land on. Now, here's the thing. So I actually put some money into this coin right here. This is land on the Bonk ecosystem. And I made a few $100s, not a lot, because I really wanted to figure out where I wanted to be, right? And I made a few $100 on this. I pulled out. And I'm thinking, because the market cap right now is extremely low, if I could find it where I have it here. The market cap is extremely low. So this is on the Bonk ecosystem. So I'm on Jupiter right now. And the market cap sitting at about 450K, 450,000. So we're a 2x from a million. It did all-time high at 2 million, but I really think this could be sitting at $1 million market cap. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I pulled out my investment in land and I settled with just a few $100 gains is because when I started looking deeper into it, I was really invested. I was about to throw in like 5 or 10 grand, right? But I didn't. I held back and I looked into it and I found out the reason why maybe we weren't already sitting at $1 million market cap is because there's so many different ecosystems. So there's actually another land that you can buy on Pumpfun, which launched a few months ago, and this coin is sitting at about it's really low. It's got a really low market cap, 68,000 market cap. And the all-time high, I think, was like 6 million. This coin launched about a few months ago. So the hype around it died down, but it's still holding at a $68,000 market cap. And then I was looking, I was like, wait a minute, there's a third land coin. And the third land coin is actually on the Binance ecosystem. And this one looks pretty serious. Like they've got a lot going on. If we go to the website, so real estate meets blockchain, and you can read their tokenomics and what the coin is all about, but we'll just scroll down and you can see here all their partners, right? So what's bullish about the land on the Binance ecosystem, Landshare, is you can buy it on Pancakeswap. You can buy it on Bitmart. They're listed on Gate.io, Mexi. So there's a lot of exchanges that you could actually buy land on the Binance ecosystem. So I was thinking to myself, okay, so all these coins are kind of fighting each other, competing, which land is the best. And I thought to myself, in real life, the way that we're going to win, everybody wants to own land. You can't have house without owning land, right? And I thought to myself, are they really fighting each other? Are they really competing? Or is this a sign telling me that I should own land on all three ecosystems and I should just diversify my portfolio and buy land, which is the newly launched land coin on the Bonk ecosystem, which is still based on Solana. So you need Solana to buy land. You can buy it on Jupiter. You can also buy it on Phantom Wallet. You can actually buy both. You can buy the Pumpfun one and the Bonk ecosystem one on Phantom Wallet or Jupiter. And I'm thinking, well, now people that are invested, the 68,000 that's holding the land on Pumpfun are a little bit upset that Bonk launched a land profile. They're saying that, like, you're just copying our land. But I'm thinking, everybody wants to buy land. What country you want to buy land on, what ecosystem you're going to buy land on. And I thought to myself, maybe I should invest in all three, and they're actually not fighting each other. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to stay bullish on this. I'm going to buy a little bit of all three, and I'm going to see where this goes. And actually, like, if we look at the land on the Binance ecosystem, because of course they're listed on a lot more exchanges, right? Binance was a major player long before Solana, but it seems like all the volume is on Solana nowadays. But this one's sitting at a $4 million market cap. And I'm thinking, like, honestly, to be honest, I think one of the reasons why a lot of people are kind of getting off Pumpfun and not a lot of people don't want to trade on Pumpfun is just it's so easy to FUD your tokens on Pumpfun because of the comment section. Like, it's nice that, like, we have a comment section and you can comment on the coin and stuff like that. But to be honest, do you really need those comments when you're trading? If you really believe in a project or a coin, then you don't need all that added FUD. And people just come into the comment section and just FUD your coin. And that's a lot of reason why I think it dumps. And so this one is sitting at a $68,000 market cap, but the all-time high was like 6 million. So that's a big correction. And it seems like there's not a lot of hype surrounding it anymore because it did launch a few months ago. Although it could pump, and it is a good buying entry at this point in time. I think so. If in fact you wanted to gamble, throw in a few $100s or something like that, right? Or maybe throw in like $50 or something. Who knows where this goes? But the one I am actually really bullish on right now is the land on the Bonk ecosystem. So this one just launched a few days ago. And I'm thinking because Bonk has actually surpassed Pumpfun in trading volume over the past few weeks because it just seems like there's so many pump and dumps on Pumpfun nowadays. Like, coins are not even going up past a 50K market cap. Like, a 50K market cap is the top. 100K market cap is like, wow, we're doing pretty good because a lot of people are already 10xing from like the $4,000 bonding curve, right? But I mean, every coin launch is like that, but you don't need that. It seems like the Pumpfun ecosystem is just too smart for their own good. Everyone on Pumpfun is too smart for their own good that they're just fighting their own investments, right? And so nobody's holding their bag. So I think that's a lot of reason why a lot of people are moving over to the Bonk ecosystem. Let's Bonk. And so you can find a lot of these new coins if you just download the Jupiter app, or you could also find them on Phantom Wallet, right? On Phantom Wallet, actually, if we look on Phantom Wallet, why I'm really bullish on the Bonk ecosystem Phantom right now is because if we look at Phantom Wallet, where are we? Land is trending 7th in the last 24 hours. And in the last 1 hour, are they on the 1 hour? They fell off the 1 hour. But on the 24 hour, they're trading 7th. And the market cap is still pretty low. I think that this coin could be sitting at $100 million market cap. And so, yeah, I really don't think, at first, I pulled out because I was like, I don't think I want to put any more money in because I'm thinking these coins are kind of all fighting each other. There's 3 different lands. You can buy land on the Bonk ecosystem, Pumpfun, and on Pancakeswap, Binance, right? But I thought to myself, like, if we think about it, maybe they're not really fighting each other. It's just a matter of what ecosystem you want to buy your land on, right? And I think a lot of people are not really. There's a lot of volume on Pumpfun, but there's so many pump and dumps on Pumpfun that I think a lot of people just don't want to trade on there anymore. And plus the comment section, especially if you're trading on your phone, can really mess with your head and you're not going to want to hold your bag, right? And so, yeah, I understand why I'm following like on X, I've been on X, like reading whispers and stuff for the last couple of weeks, and I've been reading what people have been saying. A lot of people are trading on Bonk, on the Bonk ecosystem. And volume has surpassed Pumpfun, and I understand why, because it's just going back to like simplistic trading. We don't need the comment section. You don't need that extra FUD, right? So yeah, I like the Bonk ecosystem, and I do like land on Bonk. So I put some money on here, but again, I was thinking, maybe I should invest in all three. Like back in the day when I was trading a few years back, it was all about the Binance chain and Pancakeswap. But I think a lot of volume, most of the volume is moving over to Solana because of the low trading fees, low gas fees, and just so easily attainable to download some of these apps like Pumpfun, Jupiter, Phantom Wallet, right? But yeah, I like land on the Bonk ecosystem. So both of these, the land on Pumpfun and the land on Bonk, you can find both of them on Phantom Wallet or Jupiter, but you want to find this one. So it's land the greatest investment, and this is a token contract right here. I like this one. I'm thinking, if we're gonna make some money moving to the future, everybody wants to own land, and I think this is a $100 million ticker. And regardless of whether or not we have land on the Binance ecosystem, we have land on the Pumpfun ecosystem or the Bonk ecosystem, I still think land is $100 million ticker, maybe $1 billion ticker. And it's just all a matter of which ecosystem do we believe in, right? And right now, I'm putting some money on the Bonk ecosystem, land the greatest investment ever, because I think in the next week or so, we could be sitting at a $10 million market cap. And if in fact we're sitting at a $10 million market cap from where we are right now, that's just over a 20x. But I don't think it ends there, guys. I don't think it ends there. And of course, I'm going to be super bullish, and I want to tell you guys to put in a couple $1,000, put in $10,000. And you guys rarely ever see me being bearish on the whole crypto markets. I'm always the most bullish because, yeah, I always want to be the most bullish, guys. Like if we're going to multiply our value, heck, throw in $10,000. We do a 10x, we do 100x on $10,000. Then you're sitting at what right there? A 10x is $100,000. 100x is $1 million if you invested $10,000, guys. If you've only got a few thousand, throw it in. I think the Bonk ecosystem is establishing themselves. They're moving forward. I like it. I understand now, because it took me a few weeks. It's been a while since I've been trading crypto and making videos every single day, but it took me a few days, a few weeks here to finally figure out where I need to be. And I like the Bonk ecosystem on Solana. So we're still trading with Solana. It's just a different exchange. We're not trading on Pumpfun because it seems like there's too many pump and dumps on Pumpfun. Anyways, I'm invested in land, the greatest investment ever. I would throw some in there and gamble with that. Not financial advice, of course. I always need to say that. Not financial advice. You do your own technical analysis. But let's see where this goes. Anyways, catch you guys in the next one.